Hey everybody, in today's video, we're going to learn how to play Be My Baby Tonight by John Michael Montgomery. If you'd like to follow along, I have a gig chart PDF linked below. Starting at the top, we have a 3-note pickup fill on the and of 3, 4, and the and of 4. So 1, 2, 3, and 4, and, followed by 4 measures of our basic rock beat. So that's going to be eighth notes on the hi-hat, bass drum on 1 and 3, snare on 2 and 4, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We're going to do that for a total of 4 times, and that will lead us into verse 1. Verse 1 is 8 measures, followed by 9 measures of that same exact groove. Now, the reason that 9 measures is really important for us to take note of is because normally we play a fill on the 8th measure to transition us into the next section. So whenever you have a slightly extended section, like a 9-bar phrase, you want to make sure that you wait to play that fill until the 9th bar. Chorus 1, we're going to play mostly that same basic rock beat. We're going to loosen up our hi-hats a little bit to get more of a trashy sound. And we're going to have a 2-measure idea. So the first measure is going to be our basic rock beat. And the second measure, we're just going to add 1 bass drum on the and of 3. So it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and bass, bass, snare. We're going to play those 2 measures and repeat them 6 times, so a total of 12 measures. And then after that, we're going to move to this tom groove. And this is a 2-measure idea. So the first measure is going to be bass, bass, tom, tom, bass, bass, snare. Measure 2 is going to be bass, bass, snare, snare, bass, snare, 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 break. We're going to rest, and then we'll hit a crash and snare on beat 4. After that break, we're going to go into a 4-measure turnaround instrumental section. We're still going to be on the trashy hi-hats with that extra bass drum every other bar. Verse 2 is exactly like verse 1, where we have 8 measures and then 9 measures, back to closed hi-hats and just our basic rock beat.
I'm not trying to come on like some rhinestone Romeo. I'm looking for a whole lot more than a one-night rodeo. What can I do to prove to you I'm laying it on the line? I'll even get down on my knees just to beg you one more time. Yeah.
Chorus 2 is exactly like chorus 1, where we have our trashy hi-hat, our extra bass drum every other measure. We go into the 2 measures of the tom groove, and then we break on the last bar. And this time, instead of going into a 4-measure instrumental section, we're going to play 2 measures of that trashy hi-hat groove, and then we're going to go into a solo section. That instrumental solo section is going to be 8 measures long, and we're going to play the same groove we did from the chorus, where we have the trashy hi-hats and that extra bass drum every other measure. Chorus 3 is exactly like chorus 2, where we play on the trashy hi-hats, the 2 measures of our tom groove, a break, and then 2 measures of time after that. But instead of going into an instrumental section this time, we're going to go into these stops. And these stops are going to be part of our tag. And so if you're not familiar with what a tag is, it's just where we take the last part of the section we're on and loop that part. So instead of playing the full 16 measures over again, we just take that last phrase and loop it. And in this case, we're going to do these breaks or these stops on beat 1. So we'll play like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. After those 3 measures of breaks, this leads us into our 2-measure ending. And this is going to start on the and of 1 and then be solid eighth notes until the and of 2 of the next bar. So the rhythm would be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. And that last note is going to be held out in a long sustain. So this is kind of like your classic blues ending, country ending. And so you can play any drum you want, any sound you want, as long as it's that rhythm, because it's going to line up with the guitar part. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. And so I would suggest ending on a crash, something big, and then you could play a fill like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Something like that. So just have some endings worked out ahead of time.
Would you wanna be my baby tonight?
A couple small performance notes. This song is at 157 BPM, so it's pretty fast. So make sure that you can lock in a groove at that tempo. And then also, this is just a straightforward 2-stepping honky-tonk kind of song. So on that instrumental solo section, since we're already on the hi-hat so much, it would be totally fine if you wanted to move over to that bell and emphasize the quarter notes. So instead of playing your basic rock beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, you could move that over here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, add that extra kick, 2, bass, bass, snare. That can be a really nice sound for this style of music because it cuts through the mix really well, and it can also support the guitar player while they're shredding their solo. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or song requests, please leave a comment down below. If you would like to get a PDF of this gig chart, there's one available on my website at thetop40drummer.com. And I also have a Patreon where I upload the PDF of the gig chart and an overhead video of me playing through the song start to finish. Thanks so much.